Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on the ample benefits appertaining to attaining a work-life balance. So, why is it deemed to be beneficent to attain a work-life balance? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Fortunately, much to your relief, much to your elation, and much to your gratification, once you have attained a work-life balance, you are the less apt to succumb to chronic stress, chronic fatigue, and chronic burnout, since your life no longer revolves around profusely working. Once you have attained a work-life balance, you are able to live a life which revolves around promoting your well-being and promoting your overall health if you choose to do so. Once you have attained a work-life balance, you can embrace following health optimization measures for a prolonged period of time every day if you choose to do so. Once you have attained a work-life balance, you are able to work more productively, since you will have enhanced mental acuity and enhanced cognitive faculties during your work sessions. If you, for instance, have stellar mental health as a result of being able to embrace following health optimization measures for a prolonged period of time every day. So, you want to be able to attain vigorous, stellar, robust, optimal health. And if you have a work-life balance, then that opportunity is furnished to you. Pursuing health optimization measures for a prolonged period of time every day is highly time-draining. However, if you are able to attain optimal health, then it will be conducive to allowing you to work more productively. It will also furnish you with enhanced mental acuity as well as enhanced cognitive faculties, thereby rendering work sessions all the less cumbersome, all the less arduous, and all the less ineffably difficult to undergo. You want to work when you have enhanced mental acuity and enhanced cognitive faculties. It is inefficacious to undergo work sessions when you are chronically stressed out, chronically fatigued, and chronically burned out. Attaining a work-life balance affords you the opportunity to cherry-pick your work session times so that you can commence your work sessions when you are ready and raring to do so, and not in a state of fatigue. If you are frazzled, torpid, fatigued, lethargic, debilitated, and vitiated, then it is going to undermine your productivity. However, if you are rejuvenated, reinvigorated, imbued with energy, and have stellar, vigorous, robust, optimal health, then it is going to redound to your benefit, and it is going to allow you to work more productively, as well as avail yourself of having enhanced mental acuity and enhanced cognitive functions. You should always aim to attain stellar physical health, stellar mental health, and stellar spiritual health. Do not shirk on optimizing every facet of your health. Your health is your wealth, metaphorically speaking. By attaining a work-life balance, you are able to avail yourself of living a more blissful life. By attaining a work-life balance, you're able to live an easier life. By attaining a work-life balance, your life will be less cumbersome. By attaining a work-life balance, you can embrace stress-alleviating activities when you're stressed out. By attaining a work-life balance, you can drink distilled water when you are parched. By attaining a work-life balance, you can consume fruits and vegetables when you are famished. By attaining a work-life balance, you can earmark your time as you deem fit. Attaining a work-life balance can be conducive to promoting your well-being. It can also be conducive to promoting your overall health, especially if you choose to embrace following health optimization measures for a prolonged period of time each and every day. Attaining a work-life balance can increase your quality of life. If you desist, abstain, and refrain from attaining a work-life balance, then the ramifications, the repercussions can lamentably be problematic. You do not want to borrow equity out of your time, life, happiness, dignity, health, and future wealth just for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage imposed by an employer who does not give an iota about your well-being. You do not want to work real private sector jobs for a prolonged period of time each and every day that furnish you with a minimum wage. Most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand are often deemed to be dispiriting, agonizing, dead-end, brutally wretched, ineffably egregious, harrowing, debilitating, minimum wage jobs that do not furnish you with even 1/4 of a subsistence wage for attaining your utmost lowest level basic needs that are relegated to Maslow's hierarchy of needs pyramid, such as housing needs. You want to be able to have a unlimited, unfettered, uncapped, limitless earnings potential and not have your earnings potential be tethered to your time. Your time is sacrosanct, indispensable, precious, and finite. You want to establish and build up recurring revenue streams. You want to be able to create monetizable intellectual properties that have a latent potential to generate revenue in perpetuity. You do not want to be dependent on relinquishing your sacrosanct, indispensable, precious, invaluable, finite time for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage to appease an employer who does not give an iota about your well-being. You want to be able to attain a blissful, prosperous, auspicious, abundant future and not succumb to having a bleak, nor grim, nor depressing, nor dismal future. You want to be able to live a pleasant life and not an unpleasant life. Your time is not scalable. There are only 24 hours in a day. However, your monetizable intellectual properties have the latent potential to generate revenue in perpetuity past the time span of your lifetime. So, you want to be able to attain a work-life balance, primarily so that you can embrace following health optimization measures every day. Even if a real private sector employer furnished you with a higher paying employee job, the crux of the issue is that your earnings potential will still be tethered to your time and therefore capped, and that generating revenue in the capacity of a real private sector employee is incredibly inefficacious because you're relinquishing equity out of your time, life, health, dignity, health, and future wealth just for a wage which is fleeting, ephemeral, and is just short-term relief at the end of the day. It does not provide you with recurring revenue for the time that you depleted, for the time that you exhausted, for the time that you expended, for the time that you were dispossessed of when you worked that real private sector job based on voluntary demand as an employee. On the other hand, if you create monetizable intellectual properties that have a latent potential to generate revenue in perpetuity, they can still generate revenue centuries down the line. If people are procuring your product offerings, people will still be listening to songs that were produced centuries ago in the pending future. People will still be watching videos that were produced decades ago in the pending future. People will still be watching movies that were produced decades ago in the pending future. Do not allow your earnings potential to be tethered to your time. I hope that you deem this video to be insightful and enthralling. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.